Well, spring is near, everyone, and when that happens, many of you may be thinking about a little spring cleaning, but I'm talking about spring cleaning the love life. Yay! Dating expert Kimmy Seltzer is back with some real-world ways to clean up the mess love has made and get on a whole new track for spring. Hello, Kimmy. It's good to have you back.
Oh, it's so good to be back. I thought it was going to be spring here, but not yet.
Not yet. Well, the weather went crazy yesterday. Like,
yes.
You know, early afternoon into the evening. Oh my goodness, it just changed on us.
But it's not too late to use spring as a time for love.
No, because it's like on the horizon, right? What are ways to spring clean the love life? Or what does that mean when you say that?
Well, it's time to empty the trash for sure. And well, let's start with your mindset.
Okay.
So it's time to declutter the mindset. If you have a limiting belief, for instance, that might be hindering your opportunities, like if you think that there are no good men out there or no good women out there, then guess what? There won't be. So it's time to kind of switch your perspective so that you start seeing that. I did that with a client, and I told her to start looking at the world where there's an abundance of men. And as soon as she started looking, she saw a guy on a bench, and he asked her out, and they're still dating today.
Really?
Just by changing that. It's also time to empty the emotional baggage that might be there. You know, a lot of us maybe have had trauma or like a breakup during the winter, and there's a lot of emotions that are running in the world today. So really take a look at how that is not serving you, and how that also is like hindering your ability to be open for a relationship.
Right.
And then let's talk about your wardrobe. So it is time to purge some of those like winter clothes.
The winter clothes have got to go and show a little skin. Is that what you're saying? Okay, okay.
Yes,
and that always tends to work when you feel good, right? About how you are going out, how you putting yourself out there, I guess, is something people need to do more and be more confident.
Absolutely. Well, and it starts even with your wardrobe. Like I have a different philosophy. I work from the outside in versus the inside out. And what I mean by that is how you market yourself. Like you could be the best person in the world and you've done a lot of work on yourself in the inner sense, but are you marketing yourself so that you are saying, hey, I'm open for business?
Exactly.
And so with the closet, getting color. This is springtime is the perfect time. We have a lot of pastels, a lot of color that is attractive. But also when you wear things that make you feel sexy, your body language and your body signals signifies that you're open and available as well.
I could see that, yeah. It all, and little things, even wardrobe, could really change that, right? And your perspective of when you go out. Okay, so now that you've got us feeling confident in a new look, what are ways to meet this spring? Like to really meet somebody that's going to stick?
We got to get out of the house. That's for sure. So if you've been cooped up in your little winter cocoon.
Oh, I do that sometimes.
Yeah, I mean, and now that the weather's starting to get nice, everybody's out and about and has an energy about them. So it is a good time to flirt on the go, as I call it.
Yeah.
Also incorporate what I call a vacation mentality. I just got back from vacation myself. We were talking about that. But also I do a lot of retreats, and I love that because it really gets people out of their daily routine. You know, when you're on vacation, you're a little more curious. You talk to people that you wouldn't talk to.
A little more adventurous, right?
And you meet people because you're more open. So what if you incorporated that in your everyday life, a vacation mentality? And I actually have a retreat coming up in Key West where we're going to be doing that. And we're going to be doing salsa dancing and playful games. And it really will help people get out of their head and into that playful state.
I think that's very smart because it all goes back to mentality, right?
Yes.
It's how you are seeing things, and that helps you feel that way and therefore execute in a certain way. Now, if somebody is out there looking for a spring fling, that's kind of like their goal. What are some red flags to look for, Kimmy, when attracting a partner? I think everyone always has kind of like their guard up with those red flags.
Yeah, well, yes, there are spring flings. And I will say, if you're looking for a spring fling, then go for it.
Then go for it.
You first have to know what you're wanting, right? But as spring happens where there's a lot of tornadoes, there's a lot of tornado type of relationships, as I call it. These are the love bombers that come in strong and hot, and they feel amazing, but they leave as soon as they come. So definitely look out for that if that is not something that you're looking for. The other thing to look out for are people who mean what they say and say what they mean, and their actions follow that. If there's inconsistency with what you say and what you do, then that is a red flag.
Okay.
Okay. And the third is kind of those commitment phobe. You know, I call them intermittent reinforcers, where they'll give just enough text or just enough to keep you like stringing along, but then there's never any like long game, right? And so if there is a relationship that you're looking for this spring, really look out for that.
Thank you so much. Great advice today, Kimmy, and always such a pleasure to see you.
Thank you.
Okay, everybody, get inspired to find love. And you can connect with Kimmy Seltzer by heading to her website, kimmyseltzer.com. You can also follow her on Instagram at Kimmy Seltzer.